Well, hey, my fantastic widows and widowers. Happy New Year. And this is my first video. I know, March 6th, right? Of 2020. Not that I was lacking content or anything like that, because I have a lot of that to post. It really just boiled down to having the energy and the time. I just found myself very early, like late last year, just um, when I did have the time, it's time to sleep, you know. And so, but I'm here, and I would like to start off um, with what I consider one of my mantras as a widow. Just and that is be intentional on your joy. You know, just like you got to feed yourself, make sure that you feed yourself some joy, some healthy joy. For example, um, positive music. Um, you know, if dancing, exercising, um, you know, anything that give you some form of light aspiration up in this area of the body, in the heart space, in the chest. Okay, and um, what else would be intentional joy? There's a certain fruit bowl that I like that brings me a lot of joy. Now I try to stay away from food because I mentioned in the past video, after my husband passed away, I had this just euphoric feeling toward eating a snack food, and I gained so much weight, and so it kind of reared off in a very negative way. But I found a very healthy one and a very light version. So I just wanted to, kind of throw that in as a comparison. So if it doesn't make you feel light and happy and inspired, then just reassess, is this good? First of all, are the ingredients good for the body and the spirit as well, okay? So be intentional on your joy, okay? Get up. I have a playlist when I'm feeling kind of heavy or feel myself kind of going down. I play my playlist, and sure enough, it brings me a lot of joy. Okay, it makes me feel good. And two, I live by, don't become so fixated on the moment. And what I mean by that is, I always tell myself, when something's not going in a way that I would want it to, instead of holding on to that negative energy, I breathe, and I tell myself, I remind myself that this moment will be 2 hours from now, will be tomorrow. I'm sorry, it will be that's what it will be yesterday, and yesterday will become 2 days. 2 days ago. AGO, AGO. 2 days ago, in the past tense. All right. So that moment of heaviness or discomfort of any kind, I feel it, I recognize it, and I put it in a good, safe place as much as possible. And I don't hold on to it, because I know that this will become the past. In other words, I will get through it. I will look back at it. It will not last forever. Don't let it last forever. That's what I'm getting at. All right? Don't hold on to it. Release it. Because whether although I know we know this, but sometimes we have to feed ourselves this a daily mantra that time is not going to wait on us. So the best thing to possibly do is, you know, You know, they tell surfers if they, wash out, that hey, just kind of lay back and just enjoy the surf, you know. Let it bring them on in. Just trust the wave. And that's what you do. You just sit back and you just, in a safe place this built. And just let just sit back in the waves of time and just let it guide you inward, And with that being said, I just wanted to get on here and kind of, first of all, say Happy New Year and to check on my widows and widowers. And I chose 3 things that I did want to touch on. And I want to keep it short. A nice, comfy 15-minute video that inspire and bring an element of joy and there's this feeling I have now that I wish that my creator would guide me into putting an actual word to it. I haven't quite gotten to that point yet, but it's absolutely beautiful, delightful. Well, maybe that's what it is. I want to bring an element of inspiration and joy and delight it back into your lives and into your heart space and into your mind space and into your physical space. That's one of the purposes of me creating this channel, upon also giving people strategies, and also let you know that regardless of what you do in life, what your socioeconomic status is, what your race, ethnicity, what your religion is, that love is love. I love my husband. My husband loved me. He loved our children. And that death is not just a 24-hour, 48-hour, 1 year thing that you get over. And that no matter where you are, it affects us all the same. And it's real. And I want to help acknowledge that and to help bring you back into that place of joy and delight, and to inspire you to keep pushing forward, to inspire you to be intentional on your joy, to inspire you and remind you that you'll get through this. See, you see this now. I'm smiling, I'm all happy and all this good stuff. Yes, and I thank God for it because I put in the work, okay? But I will tell you this. Had you seen me a year after my husband passed away, not even a year. I was, real quick, I was on maternity leave. I was pregnant with our son. We were buying our next, we were moving on up, buying our next home, and just, my husband had moved up in his position, and so the money was good and everything was good. We doing the, I don't want to say American dream, but yeah, we really were, and it was. And out the blue, my husband passed away from something. I was just like, I didn't know people could actually die from that, But they can. And he did, you know. But nonetheless, it was heavy. My heart was broken. And this era of fog came across me. My children were confused. I was confused. It was just like tar. It's this heavy sadness. It was like tar, and it just felt like I couldn't get out of it, And then when I did, it was like everything else. I was so drained and exhausted from getting out that tar of sadness that I didn't have any energy to do anything else. All right? So I want you to know where I am now, you can get to. You can. I'm telling you. Yes, you can. And I'm getting my body back. I'm losing my weight. You know, so, hey. And I'm smiling again, you know. And it's been 9 years. This didn't happen in 1 year. This didn't happen in two. I'm going to be very honest. It took almost 4 years before even my thought pattern cleared up. And it even took 5 to 6 before I felt like I was back to where I was academically. I mean, I'm an academic professional, you know. And even now, after 9 years, I feel like I can still, you know, take some refresher courses because of the trauma that I went through my husband, you know. Some things I don't remember and things like that. You know, I'm healing and retraining my mind again. All right. So I got 5 minutes to get through this, but anyway, one of the things I wanted to real quickly come back and say, give yourself credit. Number one, give yourself credit. Give yourself credit. Before you go to bed at night, tell yourself 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. 5 things that you did very well. Do you understand me? Now, why am I not saying talk about the things we didn't do so well? Because guess what? I can go out there on the street and ask an absolute stranger to tell me 5 bad things or 10 bad things about me, and they don't even know me, and they can come up with 10. All right? Or you can go on any social media platform and say, yeah, is there, and post a picture of yourself. Just tell me at least 10 things that I can do better about myself. And they don't even know you. You don't leave any type of information about yourself. And that, I guarantee you, you can get way more than 10 things that you can do better for yourself from absolute strangers. So, if you have to be your own cheerleader, woo woo or yay or hooray, then so be it. So at night, because as a widow or widower, especially if you have children, you cheering for your children even when you don't want to cheer at all. All right? And it's not that your children don't love you. They just don't see the bigger picture that you needed as well. So they haven't really, kind of learned, depending on their age, on how to be reciprocal. Okay? So, not to praise my voice, I just got a little excited. But 5 things every night you tell yourself that you did well that day. All right? Number 2, use your resources. Google it, research it. Reason being, right? As a widower, there, things, especially our widows, there are things that need to be repaired around the house. Me, for instance, I got a whole laundry list of stuff. And I had a contractor who knew I was a widow take my money, and he just left. He did a little bit of work banging around in the bathroom. Blah, 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 blah. I didn't give him 50% up front or anything like that. I gave him like 22%. I think it was 20% of what he asked for, and I didn't see him anymore. Couldn't find him. Couldn't. And it's the funny part about it. I ran up on him, and I was in Home Depot. Ran and I saw him. Mm. So, with all these other things, just do your research. A lot of things I have learned as a widow how to do myself. Now, I'm not going to suggest you go out there doing electrical or plumbing work or, major plumbing work or anything like that. But there are some things that I have done. Like, I changed out fixtures, and I've changed out, like, I fixed I thought it was like a major pipe that was leaking when all it was that the caulking around the tub needed to be replaced. And I caulked it and the leak stopped around the tub. So, that's just an example. But when you need quick answers to something and you don't have anybody to bounce your ideas off of, because that's what we had our spouses for, to bounce our ideas off of. And for us women, from one moment to another, a lot of times we get in our emotions, and sometimes with our emotion we want to figure out, at least for me, I find myself, is this real or am I in my emotions? Because, that hubby like, baby, you need to calm down, bring it on back. It ain't that serious. And we were like, yes, it is that serious. And they was like, babe, really? You like, so you look at him like, I don't understand why you're not upset like I am. You get what I'm saying? And then after you think about it, you say, it really wasn't that serious. All right? So to keep ourselves out of our emotions and to kind of, affirm what we're going through is real. I've started Googling a lot of stuff. Exactly. And then I take the information. I wait till I'm out of my emotion. I'm going to have to make this quick. My phone's about to go out. And I make a decision. Okay? And the third one is women, not just women, men too. Widows and widowers. Feel what you feel. And let it move on. Just remember that what you're feeling will soon be another day. You'll get through it. All right? I said 15 minutes. I'm just a few seconds over, and my phone's about to go dead. I love each and every one of you. Be intentional on your joy. Five things that you did great today. I love you. I love you. And understand. I want you to have your joy. I want you to be inspired to keep pushing forward. And I want you to fill your life and your heart and your mind and your home with great delight. All right? Peace.